Welcome to Drinkin, bros, kids. Oh, it's the old Sunday night show. Back at it, France Press, a dish. Jared isn't here because he's prepping a music video that I think you're going to star in,
Both
right?
of us.
Yeah, both of you guys are starring in it.
Yeah.
So you're leaving after this show to go shoot the music video. What is it?
It's called Party Professor.
Okay.
It's punk, right?
It's like a Blink song, kind of, but it's about getting fucked up.
Sure. We all know a lot about that.
Yeah. But I'm not going to give up any of the plot of the music video because it's super funny.
Okay.
So you're just going to have to fucking wait like everybody else.
Look, I'm in. I just feel that every time you're here, Uncle Lazer, we're super hungover for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, are you hungover too?
I am. I'll tell you why.
Why?
It's a bad story. It's a bad one, dude. It's junkie shit, dude.
Yeah?
Just absolute fucking junkie shit. Last night was NFL preseason opener, the Hall of Fame game.
Yep.
Happens every year.
Yep.
Jets versus Browns.
Yep.
And I bet on it.
You bet on a preseason?
Sure did.
Oh, you're a degen.
So here's what happened. I get locked into this horrific game, and I'm up, right? Spread's 1.5, and then it goes into the fourth quarter, and that kid from UCLA comes in, and I was like, oh, shit. I didn't know the third-string quarterback was this guy.
Yeah.
And we had a shot to win with like 2 minutes left in this, and I realized, because I'm just pounding hard AF seltzer and just really wringing my hands and grunting this out for a fucking preseason game, dude, with third-string quarterbacks in there in the fourth quarter. And then by the end of it, the next thing I knew, I'm trashed. You know, I'm trashed in the end of the game. I lost the bet, and I'm pissed at this point. And so I'm trying to figure out how to shake whatever I'm going through and then get up and start a normal day. So then I hit the edibles.
Oh, fuck.
And then the edibles kick in and everything else. And then I just started watching Jim Carrey interviews from the early 2000s on YouTube.
So you go down the rabbit hole too.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Sure did. I mean, it was like an 18-minute clip of Jim Carrey being rad, and I was like, oh, God damn it, dude, I missed this.
I do too, dude. He's the best.
But that's the worst story to be hungover to, that I got too fucked up watching a preseason NFL game. I mean, that's dark. You probably didn't watch that game last night, did you?
I watched a little bit of it. I actually bet on it as well. Yeah, so no, I that itch.
What'd you take, dude? Did you take the under?
Yeah, I took the under. Yeah.
That didn't hit either.
No, it did not. Nothing ever does. Nothing ever does.
Wow, that's the first time in a while the under didn't hit.
I know. It usually does, man. And I talked myself into the Jets and Rodgers and all that other fucking bullshit, and I was like, God damn it. So when I woke up today, I had a meeting super early, and I was on Zoom. We were just like, oh, God, dude. I looked like I was going to throw up all over the screen. And here we are. But I'm back, and I'm fine. I'm drinking. Mixed a little vodka here and some form of energy drink that was sitting back there.
Look at you.
So we're good, dude.
Look at you.
We're good. We're back. You're back.
Yeah.
You texted me about a crazy hookup story, and I think it was Canada, maybe?
It was right when I got back from Canada. Yeah.
What happened? I said, look, dude, we'll talk about it on the show.
Yeah.
Texting back and forth like this, it's not going to do it justice.
No, it won't.
So what happened?
All right. So Christian Mingle's a hell of a place. Okay? It really is. Christian Mingle, those girls are in the butt stuff, whatever. But I went out on this date with this little hippie girl. 'Cause it's Austin. You know what I'm saying? It's Austin, a lot of hippie girls. Beautiful little thing, little sundress, and they wear those shitty fucking Air Force Ones that look like they got done mowing grass in them. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that. But anyways, we go out, and she's telling me bullshit, mercury's in microwave, whatever fuck, talking about crystals and shit and stuff like that. Well, she's fine. And, we've all done, like, strange shit. I drove to Nebraska to get laid one time. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm going to see it through, You
have to.
But I get to her house, and I noticed she got, like, a bunch of plants inside of her house, right? Like vines and roses, and like they're thriving. And I thought plants needed like sunshine and to be outside, but this like in different points of her room and her study and shit. And I'm like, yo, how are your plants like just? And she goes, you see that mop bucket over in the kitchen? Like this custodian yellow mop bucket, something you like use, like a janitor would use to like wipe up puke. She's like, me and my roommates, we free bleed on our periods in a Diva cup, and we put that blood in that water, and we water the plants with that blood water, with that period blood water. Because plants like iron. I thought plants like electrolytes, but apparently they like period blood pussy.
I'm gonna back this up here. Free bleed?
Free bleed, like so they don't wear a tampon or anything. They just like bleed in their panties in a Diva cup and put the blood in the mop bucket in water, and they use that to water the plants. And I thought,
so is it showing through the jeans and the dress then, the blood?
There's like a silicone cup in there.
It's like
that you put underneath your pussy?
You put inside of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, I don't know.
Gotcha.
I don't think
You
it's
dump it out.
Do you have a picture of this, Bob?
Yeah, bring
absolutely.
it up.
Yeah, I would love to
There it
see what a free bleed is. God,
yeah.
dude. And that goes inside your pants?
It goes in your vagina.
It goes
in your
up in
pussy.
your pussy.
Yeah. It's so you don't wear like pads or people are like weird with tampons now, I guess. All these hippies. I don't fucking know. But like she uses it to water her plants. And I was like, I'm going to call my Uber.
Yeah.
I'm going to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get the fuck out of here. But then she told me she had edible panties and Molly, so I stayed.
Sure.
And I shit myself as a grown man on Molly. I shit myself the next day.
Like how? What are you talking about? Shart or full
No,
on?
I like full. It was like soft baby shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like a soft serve?
But I would, like soft serve, like at the Golden Corral.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Like, but fucking, there we are, and I wake up in the morning, I've shit myself, and I'm like, fuck, this is embarrassing. So I went to the bathroom, I got a fucking washcloth, and I pushed it on her side of the bed and rolled her over, make her look like she did it. But yeah, but back to the blood part of it. There's actually validity behind that, because like a woman messaged me. On my Instagram when I like kind of told that story, like I was like, I gotta put this out there. This is weird. This don't happen. I don't think people do this. But actually, she's like, well, did you ever deer hunt as a kid? And I used to kill deer behind my mama's house all the time. And the tree that I would fucking clean the deer under, that patch of grass is greener than any of the grass in the rest of my mama's yard. So I think there actually is some validity to that.
No, there absolutely, but it's not iron. It's nitrogen and phosphorus. Probably calcium and shit like that.
Okay.
But it makes sense.
Now, my question is, because, you keep growing in fame as we keep going along and all that stuff, I would imagine these girls follow you on social media and then they're hearing these stories that are told about them. Did the free bleed girl hit you up and be like, hey, dude, maybe not tell that story, or why did you shit the bed? Or
some of them will, but not, Yeah, look,
they just
you know what you're getting into here. Look at me. Look at the mustache. The sexual caterpillar and full fucking swing boys. Yeah, so like they know what they're getting into. It's part of the shit.
So you're basically like the male Taylor Swift.
He's a mailer Swift, is what he is, dude. He's mailer Swift.
A lot of things I've never called. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you, Danny.
Well, not really the success or even or the talent or anything, but just talking shit about people you fucked.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to. I'm not writing love songs about them, but I'm telling stories.
But the beauty of you is also what's coming in, and they know what they're getting in return.
Yeah.
So neither party is shocked at this point.
No. Like, you know what you're getting into. Like, I'm not dating accountants. You know what I'm saying? Like a fine, upstanding citizen. These women are trash pandas, most of them. You know what I'm saying? But like, they like a good time. I like a good time. Let's have a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever tried to date an accountant or somebody like that?
Yeah, but I was almost married. I dated a girl for 4 years, had a house, and like did the whole when I was in the oil field and shit. Like,
sure.
But I just that domesticated life. I'm a degenerate fuck, so I can't.
What was the out on that? Did you tell her, look, I shouldn't be here. I'm a fucking trash human being, and I need to go with other trash human beings?
You just rip the copper out of her fucking walls and sell it in the
strip the copper out of her walls.
She knows when she comes home and all the copper's gone. She's like, oh, he couldn't cut it.
He couldn't handle it.
Yeah,
no. So, I just, look, man, I get that itch. I need some walking around money. I got to go do something. You know what I'm saying? I understand. For 3 days, I'm just going to go, and you're not going to hear from me. I just got that in me. It's in my blood.
It's important to know who you are, because that'll help who you match up with later in the future. Because I went that route as well at one point, where I was dating some people. Like, I tried dating this doctor once, a long time ago, right? And she was always on call. She made a fuck ton of money, and that was rad. She paid for everything and had a dope ass house and all this other shit, and it was nice. But every time we went to a dinner, the phone would go off, no lie, and then she would get up and she'd be like, "Ah, shit." She was like, "I'm sorry, I've got to go. Somebody's trauma bleed or whatever the fuck whatever the medical terms they throw around." She would pull out every single time 3 $100 bills, lie them on the dinner table, and then just walk out. And I wouldn't see her for 12 hours or whatever the fuck it was.
Lay them.
Whatever, dude. I'm hungover shit.
You
today.
lie?
I don't fucking care.
You lay things.
Don't care. Don't care. Fucking money was on the table, dude. And I'm sitting there, and typically...
Did it make you feel like a little slut?
Sort of, but here's the weird thing.
For dudes, that's nice, though, right?
I'm already at a nice restaurant,
Yeah.
and she was gone. So I just sat and had a fucking nice meal by myself, but eventually... It was just me at these fucking dinners and shit, and like I never got to see this person. I was like, "This isn't my life. I can't. What am I going to pretend to enjoy this shit for?"
Wait, why'd you say this person instead of this? Why I would have said woman.
Right.
Are you obfuscating the gender of the person we're talking about?
No.
Did you have a sugar daddy at some point?
She was a woman.
Okay,
for
just
sure.
making sure that I'm
not that I would have been opposed to a sugar daddy at some point, because when you sit back and look at it, you're like, God damn it, dude.
It's a nice life.
It would just be easier. It would just be easier.
I got a homegirl that like got in an arrangement with a sugar daddy for like 5 years, signed a contract, and after the 5 years, she got the house, like a $2 million home, like in downtown Austin.
Really?
Like she like finessed the shit out. Now she's got a second house.
But there's nothing a dude can do to make that happen for them.
No, I don't think so.
You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah, I don't think it's equality.
There's nothing like you. There's no word a woman can call us that matches cunt, but there's nothing we can do to match their cunt. You know what I mean?
Right.
Ever.
And that's what it is. That's what it is. Because Dan and I have a friend who was doing some of that cam girl shit, right? Before OnlyFans and everything else.
Yeah.
And the dude bought her a house, and then they put cameras up in every single room, and he just wanted to watch her all day. And that was part of his kink. And I was like, how many times does he come into town? She was like, he only comes in like twice a year, and that's kind of it. And I was like, you own the house? She's like, I'm on the fucking deed. And I'm like, all right. She was like, so how bad is my life? You know, I go for a run. I come back, I'm sweaty, he's into that. I've got the socks, the things, then I shower, there's cameras in the shower and everything else. And I've got a car, nice house, everything else. And she was 20, what was she, 27, 28, that girl? Mm-hmm. And I was just like, fuck, man. It would be super easy to live that life. You ever had a gay dude pitch you that?
Oh, I've had some weird shit.
Yeah.
Or not like take care of me for like put cameras in my shower, but he like wanted me to take pictures of my feet, but like with my socks off and shit like that. So
yeah.
I was like, what you want me to do? Like smash grapes and shit? Like, what are you into? Like, that's weird. I ain't doing that shit. And my brother's like, dude, he's gonna give you like $1,000. I said,
it's not hard at all. What are you doing?
I was like, fuck that. That's how they get you. It starts with fucking smushing grapes. Next thing you know, you're taking the ass.
That's exactly what my wife said, dude. She goes, it's a slippery slope.
It ain't snowballs, bro.
First starts with 1 foot.
First hit's always free.
Yeah.
Then it starts to cost you.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
Sure is.
You're leaving money on the table. You just are.
If any of my female friends post a picture with their feet in it, like just they're standing there with 4 of their friends, I can see their feet. I always comment nice feet just to make them feel uncomfortable.
God,
oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good. Nice feet. DM me.
Yeah, because it's
that
kind.
Would be great.
Yeah, well, no, because they all know me, but it's kind of like you walk by their house and their front doors unlocked. Like, hey, you gotta lock your front door. It's dangerous out here, right?
Yeah.
So I'm harassing them, but like more in a security consultant kind of way. Like, you need to blur out your feet or take them out of these pictures because dudes are looking at them. Remember we had Christmas Abbott on 3 years ago? There's a whole, what is it called?
Wiki feet.
Wiki feet. Mm-hmm. There's like 400 pictures of her feet on this site. She's never posted anything there.
And they've got anybody you could possibly name. Anybody you could possibly name, there's feet on there.
That's actually funny you say that because my baby sister, who's a comic too, she's been secretly, because I get my toenails painted. Like, cause I go out there with women and shit like that. They want to paint my toenails. I say, yeah, I paint my toenails. We have to say, no big deal. But like, my baby sister been taking pictures of my feet without me knowing. She made a feet finder thing for me. So I have a she done made like $1,000 off my goddamn toes. Now, I need to see some of that money now. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck?
And that's how it starts.
And that's how it starts.
That's how it
slippery
starts.
Slope.
Yeah, how do you sue somebody for that? Is that intellectual property? What is that?
No, I mean, I don't think there's anything that you can do once they get out. But there was some, because I think Christmas was one who told us this. There is some Instagram models and things like that who were intentionally blurring out her feet. Mm-hmm. Bob, I think Aubrey Plaza did it for a long time, actually.
Well,
I know that sounds weird.
A lot of the people I know do it kind of as a joke now because they don't really give a shit. They're not in the media or anything, so they're just regular dicks.
Right, but Christmas would lean into it. She would, take pictures on the beach and kind of raise a foot up and everything else. And I was like,
wiggle your toes.
Yeah,
do some videos. I've sold thousands of photos, thousands of videos. I've made 4 figures. Not bad.
4 figures.
Low end 4 or high end 4?
It's the same guy. So yeah, I've made probably
okay.
Probably made like, I don't know, closer to 5 figures off this man.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
Times are tough.
And when are you doing that? Times are not that
Not
tough.
anymore. 2019 was rough. But
2019. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I got some Plaza feet here.
There we
so-
go.
Come on.
Okay.
I mean, it's nothing. This is just the first one I can.
Yeah, that's
find.
Getty Images. She can't stop
Yeah,
that
she
from
can't
happening.
stop that.
Is
Yeah.
this Getty?
No, I'm just saying.
Okay,
it's a
You're at a premiere.
red carpet.
Right.
You
But
can't
she's
stop
wearing
that.
the shoes though. I had to actually scroll and find one where she even had open-toed shoes on for a little while. So
Yeah.
She seemed to be avoiding it.
I don't know. I just don't understand that of all the fetishes that exist, some of them are kind of overboard and pathological. Some of them make sense to me. Not that even ones that I'm not particularly fond of still make sense. The foot one doesn't make any sense.
But with that too, and correct me if I'm wrong. That's why I asked you because I know you're gonna know this. But like the part in your brain that associates feet, like it's like right next to the lobe where it's like for like sexual, like what turns you on. It's like not far from.
Maybe I actually don't know about that.
Yeah, that's what I've.
No,
heard.
I'd read that. Yeah.
Right, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Interesting,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Oh, look, I schooled Dan. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hung
look
over,
at
got
you,
him. Got
dude.
his ass hung over.
I'll look it up and see if it's real.
Yeah. What's the the reasoning behind that?
Why the things are together?
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea.
It's something in the brain. It's like right next to it. The shit that turns you on, or like you're like to be like stimulated like sexually, is like right next to shit about feet or like in the brain. Like I don't know what I'm talking about, but I did read it. Read in
Sure.
Cosmopolitan. I've been reading the Cosmopolitan.
Foot fetishes
Have
occur
you?
due
Yeah,
to the
so
part
like-
of the brain called the somatosensory cortex, which is the area that makes you feel things. Apparently, this part of the brain is right next to the part of the brain that controls your feet and toes.
Wow, dude.
Boom.
Look at that.
Boom.
Look at that. Yeah, I get it. I'm not against it.
I don't care either. I think it's actually probably one of the more, one of the least aggressive fetishes. There's some that are kind of weird.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had a
know
buddy
what I mean?
that liked to get kicked in the balls by a lady, and then have them like as he's like moaning in pain, having them just like rub his back, and that's how he got off.
How do you come like that?
I don't think it came. It was just like a fucking fuel, like nurturing thing. I don't fucking know. It was weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. But if a girl's got ugly feet, it's a no-go. Like I can't. I gave up on anybody I dated who had ugly feet. Like I just couldn't.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's like you can't win your division in the first 4 games, but you can lose it.
Sure can. Sure can. And that's a great analogy, friend.
God damn,
It's a
Dan.
great analogy, friend.
Solid, dude.
Because in LA, it's warm all the time.
Yeah.
And that was the bulk of my 20s and 30s, obviously. So, like, everybody's wearing open-toed shit. If I even peeked down there and there was one toe that was,
The peanut toe, longer.
well, longer, or occasionally, God, there was this one girl that was so hot. She had 2 shorter toes. And it was like a jack-o'-lantern. You know how like you have
Yeah.
the 2 kind of like jagged teeth that went down? And it was the middle toe and then the one next to the pinky, whatever that was. Those were shorter. And then that freaked me out as well.
Holy
Because, I mean, she could barely keep a sandal on, like a thong. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that one toe
was
didn't
a
have enough
liability.
length.
It was a liability,
It sure was,
bro.
dude. But yeah, the toe thing would get me, and the feet were, any one of those girls that looked like they needed to shave it off like it was Parmesan at Olive Garden over the salad. I hate that too. where you
Calluses, you mean?
Calluses, like the bunion type
it's just
shit.
it's just a white, thick, hard
Cheddar.
candy shell, dude. Yeah, on the
cheddar.
back where you're just shaving
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
off. And there was this one girl who was like, no, I go to this place and I get it shaved off and I pay them to shave this off. And I was like, what's it going to look like afterwards?
Yeah, what do you got? Like a vestigial talon that you're getting fucking like Hellboy? You're getting your fucking horns sanded down?
So
Fuck off, dude.
this was a friend of mine. I'm sorry, a girl that I was dating. It was her friend, and I go, I want to see when you come back from this place what the difference is, because I go, right now that looks disgusting, and I can't fucking see it in real life. She goes, no, I promise you they'll shave it clean. She came back a couple hours later, and they did, and but she goes, I got to go once a month for this, and it was always on the heel. It was always on the heel. There wasn't any place else on the foot, and I don't know what caused it or anything. I didn't want to get too far into it, but she said a lot of people who do yoga, that's what happens. Like your feet get all fucked up like that. So,
Really?
yeah, dude. And it was gross. It was absolutely fucking gross. But you've never had a gay pitch though?
No, not really.
Huh.
Not really.
I had a gay pitch one time, and it made all the sense in the world, dude.
Yeah?
He blinded out. Young dude, cool. He was a homie of mine, and he was just like, it'd be rad, dude, if you switch one day, And And I was like, I bet how easy is it for you? You know? And he was just like, play video games, work out, we could fuck, tan, gym, do all the same things, come home, watch the game, do all like everything. Because he was into football. He was a bro. Like, he was a bro who just happened to be gay. And you would never know it in a million years by seeing him or looking at him. And you were like, fuck, man, it would make the world so much easier. But I just couldn't get into it, man. Like, can't do it.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
But his pitch was so solid that I was like, fuck, dude. You're just checking off the boxes where you're like, yeah, fuck, man, we eat the same food. Yeah, we like football. We like the same games. We do the same thing. We do that. We're all working out. We're all on the same schedule.
Do you know that's how Cal Penn's first date with his husband went?
Is he gay?
Yeah.
I didn't fucking know that.
I didn't know
a
that
late in
either.
life gay gentleman, Kumar.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I've always wondered that, where it's like, all right, because I thought the convenience, when he explained this to me, my buddy, the convenience of women then made sense, where, you have a string of bad dates or you end up with Uncle Lazer, out in a fucking trailer park. Yeah. And you're like, you know what, man, I'm just looking for a nice lady to settle down with and rub my clit.
He said that the dude came over with a 30 rack of bush and they watched NASCAR and blew each other, I guess.
Shut the fuck up. Is that a true story?
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like a NASCAR guy.
No, or a Busch Light guy.
I wouldn't have taken for any of those.
The other guy was.
Oh, the other guy was.
He was like a bro, and he was like, all right. I added the blow each other part, but I mean, they had to have blown each other.
Sure. Sure.
They're dudes. Like, what are they? They're going to drop all pretense. Like, they're just going to have some bush and then blow each other.
Because I think whenever people think of gay dudes, you think of hello, and it's this whole thing.
Flamboyant.
Right.
Yeah.
But there isn't. There's another bro side of it. And when
Bears.
I was in...
Bears, right?
Dude, and I didn't know. So I go to NYU after Ohio State, and I'm in the Village. And so Pride Parade, all that shit is in front of my fucking dorm and everything else. And I didn't know about Stonewall and all that shit, but like the gay dudes there are jacked, ripped, and they'll talk to you like this, like, "What's up, bro?
Yeah.
What's up, my dude?" You know, and you're just like, "Holy shit, what the fuck are we doing?" It's so aggressive, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, a buddy of mine, I was on the phone before we got on, and he's like, "Man, you just out here fucking all kind of puss." And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Dude, you're probably gonna just turn to dudes at one point because you're gonna get bored." I'm like, like Mick Jagger. Like Mick Jagger was fucking like David Bowie.
Yes,
and shit.
dude.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you didn't had it all, then that's the next level to it. But I just don't. Wieners are ugly. You know what I'm saying? I don't think wieners look good. I got a big old vein in mine, look like a ribbed condom. I'm like, how is that attractive? I can't get behind it.
But there's very few times too when you see your buddies without clothes on that you're just like, "Oh, you're a beautiful man, and I'd like to fuck you." Like that doesn't exist either in my mind.
I mean, look, if you got a good dick or you're handsome, I say, "Hey, you got a good dick or you're handsome." But I'm not.
Same.
I don't want to put it in my mouth.
Me neither.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's not the prettiest. Where you're just like, because sometimes you look at women and you're like, "Man, why do you even like this thing?"
Yeah.
Looks like shit.
Yeah.
You know? It's not sweet. If it was a solid shape all the time that you were always walking around with, fine. Maybe I'd understand that.
Sure.
But the weather and the temperature and the water and all the things.
The smell.
Yes, dude. Especially here, it's 109. Going down there, holy shit. It's like a fucking crab boil.
Yeah, but why? But with that on the flip side, why does bad pussy always smell like fish, like Long John Silver's?
I don't know.
Never understood that. The pH or whatever.
Do you know the answer to that?
No, I don't want to think about that.
I was forced to.
You
think
ever had a
about
bad run-in with bad pussy, dude? Like, this is smell.
I've left.
Yeah.
I will not participate in that. Take care of yourself. You're a fucking adult.
And that's what I was saying that they got the smell. They go nose blind. Like, they can't smell it. Like, we're sitting there making macaroni, just wafting it up, and you can't smell it because I can smell it. You got to know. I mean, fuck. What?
It's definitely a pH thing.
I threw a girl's panties off one time and just threw them, and they went behind my bedboard. And my brother walked in my room like a couple days later, "Dude, why does your fucking room smell like fish?" And I couldn't figure it out. And I was like, "Oh shit, I threw that girl's," she left them there. It looked like a Panera bread bowl, like growing in there. It was fucking terrible, bro.
God damn it, dude.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not paying attention to just basic hygiene, what else are you not paying attention to, and how is that going to affect my life?
No.
You know?
I know. Or is it something that's uncontrollable?
Either way, get the fuck out of my
house. You
house.
can go see the EBGON or what the fuck's that person called? You know what I'm saying? You go check it out. Get you some pills.
I don't know. And how do you not know? There is a fucking A-list actress. There is a rumor, Bob. I said this name a couple weeks ago to you on the show. And I said, it's very odd that she's still single. And that's the rumor because I knew somebody that dated her. Yes. And nobody could tell her either. Like nobody wanted to tell her.
I'll tell her. What's her name?
Let me.
I know
We'll tell her right now.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
She's so hot too, and she is an A-list, like A-list actress. And a buddy of mine used to date her, and I was like, "Yo, dude, it's her." And he was just like, "I know," and she's funny and cool and rad and hot, and then it stinks.
Is
And I was
it
like,
Scarlett
"What?"
Johansson?
It's not. It's not Scarlett Johansson.
She's not single.
She's not.
I don't know
who's.
I know who people are, but I don't care about their lives.
She's married to Colin Jost, the SNL guy.
Yeah, he's terrible.
He's terrible. He's terrible. She just wanted to settle down.
Sure, yeah.
You know, you can't do rimmers with Benicio del Toro all the time and expect that to be an awesome relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, you just can't get your asshole licked by Benicio
You just can't.
del Toro.
Well, it's like people when you go on vacation, like, we
rest
should
of your life.
move here. Like,
We should get a timeshare down here, dude.
that's never the right
Look
answer.
at shit.
And this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is a vacation.
Yeah.
You do not move here.
No,
It
one
sure
stop
is.
off.
But since we're talking about it, is there any shot of you getting married in the future? How old are you right now?
32.
Oh,
I'll be
so
30.
you get time.
I got time, man. But like, look, I get a lot of young ladies want to fly down and like hang out and shit. I'm gonna tell you, like, look, I don't even have time for myself right now, let alone another person. But if you want to come down for a weekend, I'll show you around. We have a good fucking time. I'll do that. But I can't commit to something. Like, I'm just not gonna be my best version for you. So they understand that, and that's the best way. Because then you know what? When I was on the road, I was in Canada and shit like that. You know what I miss the most? Sleeping in my bed alone. Sleeping in my bed. I like sleeping by myself. That shit is fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to share that with nobody.
If it is, then you'll probably never get married.
I mean, I will eventually, because eventually, you know, the mullet's gonna gray. It's gonna fall out. You know,
Yeah.
my daddy got thin hair. You know what I'm saying? So there's gonna come a time, and it's cool. Like, but I just want to find someone. I tried the whole marriage thing, and I just married out of necessity, I guess, for like, you know, hey, we're both attractive, we're both fucking, we don't have shit in common. I want to be with someone that stimulates me mentally. You know what I'm saying? Like someone I can bullshit and throw shit back off of. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to rush into that. Like I'm gonna go be a whore for a little while.
Yeah.
But I'll be ready to settle down at some point. I think maybe.
I think so. You're 32 now. You got time.
But I found this other day. I didn't realize that women, once they pass the age of 35, if they have a baby, the likelihood of it having Down syndrome goes up. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
I did not know that was a real thing.
100%. So
Yeah.
I actually, Brian Callen was just here. He's going to be on Citizen next week. We were chatting about it, and because he just had a kid as well.
Did he?
So did I.
How is Brian?
He's
53.
53, I
Oh
think.
my God,
His
he
wife
looks
is
incredible.
Yeah, it looks great.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
I thought he was in his 40s.
No, he looks great. But we were talking about being a dad older and all that other stuff, and he goes, I love it. And I was like, I love it too, but you got to get all that shit out of your system at that age.
You got to be a whore.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so you got to get it all out, and then when you're done, and you're like, all right, great. Like, let's settle down, have a life, do all the things, and then you have no regrets as you look back at your past.
Yeah.
But the people who always end up in divorces and bad shit, they never had that run, that hard run, you know?
People get married out of high school and shit where I'm from and stuff. I have kids and stuff. Like, you don't
Same.
know who the fuck you are at 20. You know what I'm
No.
saying? You have no idea who you are. Like, you got to live a little bit before you do all. You got to find out who the fuck you are to be. I don't know. I just never understood that shit.
I didn't either. And like when I look back at Facebook, because I'm from Georgia, there was a lot of them that got married right out of high school.
Boom.
High school sweethearts and all that shit. I think 4 of them, they're still together, where I was pretty shocked by it, and they're all pretty fucking normal.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. There's the weird one here and there where you're just like, oh shit, so and so died and that happened, and, you know. There was one of them. Fuck, this is a weird story. I'm super hungover today, but let's get into it. There was one dude. She used to date my buddy, and then I hadn't thought about her in years. And then Facebook will have these weird algorithms or whatever, and
They pop up.
it popped up. And I think she's married to the lead singer of Collective Soul. Where it was just like that's so random, you know? Where you're just like, what the fuck is going on here, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw the picture of the two, and I was like, where was I? But my buddy had died at that point, so you know.
Do you think when he comes, he says, "Heaven just let its light shine down on him"? Because I would.
Heaven let your light shine.
But we lived in a small town too,
man.
so like a small-ish town. So like it was odd that it just pops up that like, wait a minute, you married the lead singer of Collective Soul from high school? What the fuck?
You from Georgia?
Yeah.
What part of Georgia?
So initially Sandy Springs, that was my first city, right? Dad was starting a company and everything else, and then we kind of moved up after that. So it was Sandy Springs, Roswell, and then Alpharetta.
Oh,
and then we had a
I'm so
stint.
glad.
We had a stint in Clearwater Beach for
so
1 year. I lived in Clearwater Beach for 1 year.
I flew out and saw a girl in Alpharetta. Alpharetta, pretty country. That's nice shit up there.
Oh, it's
yeah.
dope as shit.
Yeah, it's pretty good stuff.
So as my, cause we didn't, starting off, you're sleeping on a couch and all that other shit, and then company keeps doing better and better and better, and then boom, yeah. You're there, but Alpharetta rocks.
It's a good spot. Atlanta's cool for comedy too. I didn't know they had that big comedy scene down there too.
It is.
Yeah.
The only problem is that drive, man. Out from the suburbs in.
Yeah.
That's the worst fucking traffic of all goddamn time.
Yeah, it's bad. It's worse than Houston.
And then the crime in downtown Atlanta's gotten worse. I mean, they had to move the Braves out of there.
Yeah.
Because it got bad, dude. Where it was like, I'll watch your car.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. And you're just parking in somebody's yard.
Yeah.
And there's cinder blocks in the back where they're just getting ready to fucking pop your shit, dude. Yeah. But that's a lot of major cities these days where you're just like, shit. Everybody keeps kind of moving on out to the suburbs of the country and all that other shit, including here, man. When you fucking drove in, you believe the shit that's going up here?
So fast too, man.
Fucking
so fast.
wild.
And this city grew so fast in such a short amount of time. Traffic's a fucking nightmare, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like even coming out here too, like in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I live on the, off of Riverside, by Riverside, off of 183, and it's fucking 45 minutes.
Yeah. So this is what I always tell people. This is what Atlanta was back in the 80s and 90s, like late 80s, 90s was this, where the city just explodes so fast. There's so much construction that it just never fucking ends.
No, yeah.
It never ends. And Atlanta was the same way as Austin, where everybody came for the jobs. So in the 80s, there was a boom of jobs, and you had all these transplants move in, which is why like Falcons fans are kind of, fair weather fans and all that shit. It's because everybody was coming from somewhere else.
Yeah.
And then they finally grew into that city of what it is today. And I wonder what Austin will be in 10 or 15 years. Part of me leans toward L.A. I say it all the time.
I feel like it's gonna be like that a lot.
Same.
Yeah, especially with all the people. Dude, some of them L.A. people suck, bro.
Terrible.
I'm just not from that type of the world, so like they're just fucking snakes, bro. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
They're not good people.
No.
Like they just kind of. There's like what's your value and what's your worth. That's all they look at. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand that.
Yeah. And it's not going to change anytime
I don't think
soon.
so. No.
Yeah. Because even the people that are still there, I'm like, why are you still there?
Yeah.
Other than the weather, they can't give me a real answer. And they'll pay just exorbitant amounts of money to stay there, too. Like those fucking private schools for kids, you're like 35, 40 grand a year. And that's
just for like
K
grade
through
school?
12, bro.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Public schools are terrible. So you're fucking stuck, man, and it's weird.
Well, Dan, what kind of woman? What's your type of woman? You ever gonna get married?
Yeah, I'd like to. I mean, I guess, probably the kind of woman. I think this is probably true for most men, but or most well-adjusted men with the appropriate amount of testosterone want a woman who both needs and wants to be dominated, right? And I don't mean like BDSM style.
Okay.
I mean like the way that masculine dominates feminine.
Sure.
Historically speaking. So something to that degree. Somebody who would be a good partner in the wars to come. Right?
Dude, this is why I'm missing that. God damn, boy, you're a national treasure, I tell you what.
So
But that makes sense to you though, right?
No, it does.
Yeah.
100%.
would it be somebody military then?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, that's not a prerequisite necessarily.
Have you dated somebody military-wise where it worked for a little bit?
No. I don't think I ever have at all, though. Well, yeah, I guess I did once, and it did not
Aren't they
work.
called like the bunker bunnies or some shit like that? Them women from military. That's something like
Barracks rats? Barracks rats are like non-military chicks that come to the barracks and get drilled by everybody. I don't know what you would call just a slutty soldier, just a soldier, female soldier, yeah.
Was it weird? And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I just assume every hot girl who's been in the military has just been destroyed.
No, not really. I mean, it's like the 4s and 5s have all been destroyed probably.
Oh yeah.
Because they never had it back home, and it was just like, now's their time.
Yep.
That makes sense. Mm-hmm. So what are the hotter girls like then?
They all try to marry guys in special forces.
No shit.
Every one of them, yep.
Just because it's cool? It's a cool guy job?
That's the only fucking reason, yes.
That's funny, man.
It's sad.
I don't know. I'm friends with a girl in the English military. She's trying out like doing Miss England, like in the Miss Universal, like the Universal pageant thing.
Oh yeah.
She's like beautiful. So.
Well, did you see who the Netherlands chose? Oh, you're gonna love this.
Yeah,
Bob,
what's that dude's name?
pull up the dude who came from the Netherlands. It's so shocking of what this dude looks like, it's a transgender. And then you see the first and second place next to each other. Zoom in on the face because it's so.
Wait, they're letting transgender do the pageant stuff?
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah.
Oh, they got.
I wish you hadn't blown the reveal because I kind of want to see if Lazer would.
Oh fuck!
Which one? The tall one?
Yeah, you're right.
The tall one?
Yeah, the tall
I
one.
could tell
But zoom in on her teeth, because once you go in to see the teeth and like, there you go.
Is that pre-op or post-op?
Post.
Unknown.
Well, we don't know if there's a dick.
Was there a
right.
bikini competition, and if so, did she turn around at all so we could see the goat?
Did we? But because as you keep zooming in, it's just
Okay.
It's like
She's
this.
kind
Where
of
it's
like it's a rat face.
I know. Well, that's the girl who came in second.
Yeah, she's like
she wasn't good enough.
Kind of like a hotter
ass girl.
Kind of like a hotter Taylor Swift, basically.
The trans.
Rat face trailer park skank. Yeah.
Like Jewel. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, I think Jewel's pretty.
Oh, Jewel is pretty, dude.
Dude,
I had a Jewel phase.
I did too. I still love her.
These hands are small, I know, but they're not yours. They are my own, Lazer. They are my own. Her whole story, too, because she had fucking heavies, dude.
Yeah.
Heavies.
Yeah.
And if you've ever heard her talk, like, off the mic, she will tell you to go fuck yourself and everything else.
She did the roast of Rob Lowe and shit. Like,
Yeah.
She was good in
there
that.
was a story, dude, where she told Howard Stern to go fuck himself.
Yeah,
come
on.
He was like, oh, look at you. Look at your fucking huge tits. And she was like, really? Motherfucker? Fuck you, dude. Before that, like, I guess right after she got off air, there was a story about it.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. But she was one of those ones, her whole story drew me in, where it was like this fucking dirty homeless girl from Alaska living out of her van, singing at Starbucks and all that other shit with that snaggletooth that she never got fixed.
Never, but I think that gave her vocal range.
Same. And I think she was afraid of pulling it, where it was just like, well, what's my voice going to sound like if it's not bouncing off that tooth?
No, that's a real thing. Because Freddie Mercury with his shit, like his jaw and shit like that, it gives it another octave.
Yeah, he was also able to go real deep throat too.
Yeah,
because of it.
The way he was able to suck dicks, man, was it's that mouth and those teeth. Mm-hmm. But with her, you always thought she was achievable. Where you were like, all right, cool. Like, who is the one for you, Bob, that's achievable? We just discovered this
Ariana
last
Grande.
week. Yes.
Yeah?
That's unquestionably achievable.
Have you seen her new boyfriend? It will alter your
Pete
fucking
Davidson,
mind.
right?
No.
But but it was.
It was.
The history of like.
So she just ruined this dude's fucking marriage, and he got his first movie and all this other shit. He starred in a musical about SpongeBob SquarePants. Go ahead and pop that up for Lazer.
Wait, is that?
That's her.
No, y'all
yes.
fucking with me.
He looks like
Pee Wee Herman.
He looks like a fucking
exactly.
Pee Wee Herman.
It's a red-haired Pee Wee Herman.
He looks like a cartoon character.
That
doesn't even look like a real person.
There ain't no way in hell, dude.
Yes. So right now, both of them are going through a divorce to be with each other. And he just had a kid like a year ago. The wife had like stayed with him and been with him through all the trials and tribulations.
As he was an up-and-coming actor.
Yep. And finally got his first lead in a studio movie. And boom, it's opposite Ariana Grande. They start fucking, and then he's...
That boy look like his farts don't even smell. I mean, that is not a real...
Nuts, dude.
What the fuck?
It's like a toy come to life.
Yeah. Like a fucking doll was laying on the ground.
Maybe that's what she likes. She's been fucked around so much now. She just wants to dominate some little twink.
It could be.
And
could be, dude.
God bless.
I guess.
God bless.
I guess, but with
Hey,
that,
good for him.
That's what
Good for him, dude.
So Bob said this. You have to take that shot, right? You got to. You got to take that shot.
Yeah, I wouldn't leave my wife for her because she's eventually just going to leave you in the dumpster.
Yeah.
But
are you sure, Bob? If that happened to you right now, let's say, because you were a theater kid, let's say you were the lead in Wicked.
I think about it every day. Being the lead in Wicked, not fucking Ariana.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, but you probably go into it thinking like, yeah, she's probably gonna play me too. She's probably gonna throw me away at some point. But just living 30 seconds in heaven, then I mean,
That's
go
what we
for it,
said.
right?
This was the
I would
discussion,
absolutely
dude.
do it. I'd fuck the shit out of her, but for 30 seconds basically, and then but then I'd be like, all right, sorry, I'm married.
You think so?
Because I can't look my kids in the eye and be like, I broke up a marriage, our family for this. But I can, at one point, the boys will understand.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah.
your sons won't look at you and be like, all right, we get it.
But
Yeah,
it
we
won't
get
be
it.
until 15.
I
So
know,
like,
yeah.
it's gonna fuck up their entire lives. until
Even,
then.
but if the marriage crumbles.
Yeah.
But I can tell a teenage boy to be like,
Listen, bringing them. My mama was a single mom. My daddy. I had 2 Christmases growing up. That was great. My daddy would take us to Golden Corral every Wednesday when he got us. I mean, divorced parents ain't that bad.
It
to be
isn't,
quite frank.
but it all depends on who it is. So like, I had a similar sitch. Parents got divorced when I was 2. Both my dads were great, right?
Did you ever ask him if it was your fault?
I thought about it. I thought about it.
You should.
I think I did ask why it happened at one point, and as a kid, because you wonder,
Yeah.
was it me? Like for real? Like was it you? And it was no.
See, we never asked.
You just wanted a party, dude.
We never asked that. They made us go to therapy. That was all right, whatever. But like, yeah, we didn't. Wow.
No therapy or nothing. It was just, hey, here's what this is. And then for the summers, because he had custody of me in the summers, we meet at this Hardee's, Georgia, off the freeway. That's where the drop off would be made. No lie. And I would go with him.
That's
and,
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, he lived in Nashville. He was a country DJ up in Nashville.
That could only get more southern if it was a Bojangles you got dropped in.
Oh, dude! But that was
or
the
a Crackle Barrel.
But that
or
was
something,
that was the halfway point, because the judge
for
tells
sure.
you like where you
gotta
have to meet.
No,
Yeah.
100%.
And it was, I think it was Cartersville, Georgia, which is known for like carpets and shit.
Speaking of my divorced parents, last time on the show, I was talking about how my mom and daddy got in that tent and mess around. And look, my mom got a Facebook, but she ain't got like a profile pic, so I didn't think she even knows how to use the internet. But went home, I had my show in Houston, and my mama and all them came out. And as soon as I walk in my mama's door, like I was putting my shit down before we going out to the show, and she goes, "You can't be telling them fucking sexual stories on the internet about me like that. You can't be fucking..." Like, she, like, berated. She goes, "If you tell that shit on stage, I'll fucking walk out." I was like, whoa, Ma. Yeah. Like, it's not a joke. Like, that's just what I remember from my childhood, so I thought that was pretty fucking funny.
But moms are always like that, and it'll never change.
Yeah.
It will never fucking change, and there's nothing you can do. Even when, like, my mom watches this show, like, initially she was like, "I don't understand why you're not dressed up. Why, you have nice hair, you have nice things.
Why you hungover?" Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, well, the show's on Drinkin' Bros, and we get fucked up, and blah, 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 blah. And then you eventually get over it, but I'll never forget this. I went to the Forgetting Sarah Marshall premiere. Great film.
Great movie.
Hilarious, right? But it's also the first time you saw male nudity on screen like that for an extended period of time. And I laughed out loud and everything else. And I didn't know Jason Segel until after the premiere, and I got to chat with him. And I go, "Hey, dude, fucking movie was so goddamn funny." I mean, and at a premiere, when a dick comes out like that, I was laughing the loudest and the most, where it was just super uncomfortable. And my agent's like, "Hey, dude, you gotta calm down." And I was like, "No, dude, this is so..." It was when he turns around and then the dick, and then he's on the ground and everything else. And I go, "What was that? What was the scene like? And like, how did you shoot that?" And he goes, "Man, they actually told me to cut it because initially, like, I was trying to work it up, and they said it was too chubbed up, so." You had to take multiple shots of it, edits and everything else, which everybody would do, right?
Yeah.
It makes total sense.
Yeah.
And I go, "What did your mom say?" And he goes, "You see that woman that walked out in the middle of the screening?" I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "That was my fucking mom."
Oh, that's awesome.
And I go, "She walked out of the movie theater?" And he goes, "At the premiere?" And he goes, "Yeah, dude, she's not fucking happy about it."
I love that.
But it's one of those things, like, if you did a movie, could you have your dick out, and what would your mom say to you?
Oh, I mean, my mom walked on me fucking a bunch of times. She don't really... I don't think that'd be.
So it was simply just her sex stories that she wasn't.
Yeah,
cool
she
with?
don't put her. She don't give a fuck what I put out there, but like, don't put her business out there.
Oh, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, which is fair, but I mean, like, it wasn't like, it's just a childhood memory I have. Like that's one of the things I remember, and I was just like, I don't. It's not even a joke in my stand up. That's literally just a story that I remember as a kid. And I was like, so. Yeah, it should be all right. I didn't know she knew how to work the internet, to be quite frank. So I was like happy that she's doing that. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
You know, she still got like a fucking Nokia brick phone. Like, I thought, it's prehistoric down there.
She's doing it right. We're the ones that are doing it wrong.
We are, dude.
With this stupid shit.
Living off the grid.
Yeah, dude.
She built herself a hot tub out of a fucking horse trough. It's the most incredible thing I've ever seen in my life.
Because we had a story a couple weeks ago where we were talking about, I think it was Giorgio, he's not here, but Steve Jobs or hand jobs. So if you had to get rid of all Apple, it was you.
Yeah.
All Apple products for the rest of your life, or never have a hand job again. And I was like, dude, I don't need any of this fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I don't even have a
Mac.
Mac. I don't like the Mac. I still use like Windows and shit.
I have it, but it's for production and everything else. But otherwise, no, dude. I'll take HJs all day, dude.
I've never had a hand job that was better than any device that I've had.
I have. I've had it so many times that it's not even a thought. Like, if I could just chuck this today, it'd be like, great, dude.
Getting a hand job is like being Steph Curry and letting Shaq shoot your fucking free throws. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, you're on today, dude. I love it. You're fucking zinging them today, buddy. God damn.
That's just mad.
I just think you haven't been worked over, dude, with like a farmer's grip.
No, it's like being jerked off with sandpaper. I'm telling you what, it's fucking special. It's like a handful of gravel. I've had terrible hand jobs before. It's bad.
Well, we've all had awful ones, but the good ones you remember.
Oh,
where you're
yeah.
just like, man.
Yeah.
It feels like Patrick Swayze in Ghost, where like you know me that well, where it's like, is there another body behind me right now jacking me off? Because this is amazing. Hey, congratulations, you did it. It was like she was spinning the pottery, and you're like, whoa,
I know
what is happening here?
It's special.
And then
Did they ever make? They make like porn parodies of movies and shit. Did they ever do one for Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
Yes,
just flying through trees and fucking Puss and V.
I think it was what is it?
Dick and V.
There has to be.
Crouching Dick, Hidden Pussy. I think it was called, if memory serves me correct. Because that used to be the jam back in the day. Shaving Ryan's Privates was a big one. Like that used to be a thing.
Like the parody was a big market there for a while. Yeah.
Huge.
Until Game of Thrones came around and they just did all their sex scenes right on the goddamn show.
Yep.
Ruined it for everybody.
And they said, "Hey, we're doing this."
Although
but,
there are some nice hardcore Game of Thrones parodies out there.
Oh, are there really?
Yeah, but like 2 or 3.
But like Lisa Ann, when she was on the show, Lisa Ann, the MILF. She was talking about Nail and Palin and all that stuff, and that was massive. Where she played Sarah Palin, it was a whole other world. She said she was just like, dude, it was amazing.
I just did a podcast on my podcast at Kina Kamari. She got famous for doing Dora the Explorer porn. Like that was her first thing.
Oh fuck
yeah, she
dude.
just did mine at Giorgio's house, and she was like, now she's pregnant and shit like that. But like, just that niche thing. Some people are like the same thing with feet. Like if you have like a certain thing, like people buy it. And that's what like the blowjob trivia shit that I was doing. I thought that was like, we'll see what happens. But like I've had more people reach out to me wanting to be a part of it.
100%.
You know
I told you what happened.
Hey, you called it.
Here's a clip from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Penis.
Oh, nice. So that is the name of it, right?
I believe,
okay.
I think so.
Let's see this. That's a pretty good production.
Production value is surprising.
So is this on screen?
It was.
Okay.
Yeah, don't.
Well, no. I mean, it's fine, but
Oh
shit,
you called
dude.
it, dude, right into the. Oh wow.
I must eat your pussy. He's going for it too.
I
Look
think
at that.
we need to dub over this. We need to do the lines.
Oh my god, on Patreon,
Yeah.
100%. Look at the fucking action in this.
Whoa.
Wow,
Not bad.
dude. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
get in there. I mean, it's still kind of softcore so far.
Yeah, it's not showing it.
Well, hang on.
No, that was still softcore.
you gotta get the action in there. But the actors are great.
Now are they
Look,
fighting?
they're fucking midair.
This is still softcore.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
100%.
softcore.
You're not seeing insertion.
But usually the parodies are softcore, I feel like.
Yeah, I do too. Most of the parodies are, but the action in this is really fucking good.
Now with AI though, it's gonna get crazy.
Oh, it's gonna get weird, man. Because they're on, strings and everything else. Why do they do that in Asian porns there, where they block out the pussy like that?
That's just softcore in general.
It's Japan.
No,
Where they
They always
blur it, you
the
mean?
It
wieners,
is, yeah.
right? They always blur the wieners.
Japan it's one of Japan's privacy or decency laws. They have some weird.
that you can't
Laws
show
like that.
insertion, right? Yeah. So whenever one pops up, you're just like, all right, cool.
You can't show
A wiener,
a
right?
dick at all.
Yeah,
going
it's all
into
blurred.
just a dick or going into a mouth or a butt or a pussy.
Yeah.
None of that.
But this is great production, though. Holy shit! I was not expecting this. Bob.
Well, you know what the future
Look at this.
is.
Look at that, dude.
Huh? The old starfish.
They called it the invincible wheel. That was the name of that sexual move.
Sure was.
I read the subtitles. This is called ejaculation.
Yep. Oh, that's a very
And
large
it caught on fire.
stream of.
What is he coming?
There we go.
That's
no,
catching
but
on
but
fire.
Here we are.
It was like lightning at the end.
Yeah.
Is that X hamster you were on, Bob?
Yeah, I mean, I just Googled it.
Hey, that place, it's underrated.
Is that your go-to?
That's mine, dude.
No, I'm just good. I'm a pretty average American. I just go to Pornhub for the most part.
Yeah, same. Dan sent me to a dark one time, and I was pissed off about it, dude.
Motherless?
Yes. Shit, dude.
Yeah, that's.
You ever go down a rabbit hole of Motherless? Dude, he's the one that introduced me to it. And I was like, all right.
It's not great. Like you don't go there to pound off, but you end up doing it anyways.
You feel bad
Christ.
about
It's a bad place.
It's like
it's dark.
y'all remember like when I was little, when we first started looking for it, rotten.com? Like where there would be like just weird shit. Like
Yeah.
guy puts
That's
his
where, like,
dick in a blender and shit
Tub
like
Girl
that.
was.
yeah.
Dude. Oh, man.
I mean, there was one where this dude just punched this girl. And I was just like, and you're like, oh, boy. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to soldier on. I'm going to do it, obviously.
Yeah, you're already there.
You're there.
You're there.
You can't go anywhere else. And then you also wonder, as the thumbnails pop up, you're like, man, how dark is this going to get? You feel like you need to check all those boxes.
You ever just feel like nasty after you're done? Like, just like, did I really do that to this? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Where you walk away and you're like, I'm going to go sit in the closet for a little bit.
Yeah,
Shut the
yeah.
door. Turn off all the lights. Kind of regroup. Get back after it another day. Yeah, that happens a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. We've all been there.
I ain't been
saying?
jerking off a lot though lately though.
You're fucking, dude.
Yeah, and it's
every
just like,
did I follow your Instagram, man? You're
retarded.
just pounding hot ass, and they're all down for it. They all want to be on Instagram.
yeah,
It
it's
rocks.
Weird. It's weird.
No, it's a good plug though.
I mean,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
you're gonna go out to 350,000 people, and then obviously you guys are doing anal later.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm not a big anal guy, dude. I got anal brewing for me when I was young.
What happened?
I was working in Ohio, and I used to be terrified of flying. I used to think the planes were gonna crash all the time. I was a weird kid. But I was like 22, and I drove up to this woman's house, 22 hours straight. Drove to this one. And this woman was like going through a divorce, and she's living with her parents. So we get in her parents' hot tub. And we're getting after her, and she had this fascination with anal. And I remember, I don't know if it was at warm water. It was like December with the snow on the ground. I don't know what the setting was, but I pulled out, and it came out like soft serve ice cream, all in the water, all on me.
Oh,
she started
shit.
screaming, and I like jumped out, like got out of the fuck. It was so disgusting. I got in my truck, would just grab my fucking boots and my jeans. He got in my truck and got pulled over by a cop, and it's all on me. And I just kind of tell him the story. He goes, "Get the fuck out of here." Get the fuck out of here. And I went back to the rig.
Well, he's certainly not going to take you into
There's
custody
no
at
way,
that point
yeah, 'cause
and
I'm
get
just
shit
like,
all
God,
over
I'm
his
like-
hands.
I'm like, man, like this is, I can't make this up. It's all over. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of ruined it for me. Because like, and you got to like prep for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, got to.
What does your car smell like?
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, no, it was shit. Pretty simple. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I never, whatever. I lick a butthole from time to time, whatever, but I'm not going to put that in there.
What did she say after that happened?
We didn't ever speak again.
Was she embarrassed?
I bet so. Fuck hell. I just didn't know. I thought I broke her.
Did you post? Did you like post a missed connections on Craigslist or anything? Because that Craigslist is around 10 years ago. That was about 10 years
Oh
ago.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's still
right.
around now.
Yeah.
It's still around.
Well, I'm just
now.
saying it existed then too. So
But there was no convo ever afterwards
No.
of like, hey, dude, I'm sorry for shit in the hot tub.
I
And-
just kind of lost her number. It just was weird to me, man.
how did the night end?
yeah. Did
I
you
went back
finish?
to the rig.
No. Between the two of you, how did you
leave it?
extricate yourself from that situation?
Well, she screamed, got out of the hot tub, and I got out of the hot tub too, grabbed my boots and my jeans and went straight to my truck.
Okay.
Like, literally, that was it.
Oh shit! So
Yeah.
she acknowledged it.
She
you
screamed.
acknowledged it.
I go, hey. She goes, ah. Like, so, and I thought, I was like, oh, fuck, I done killed this woman. You know what I'm saying? Like,
she may be dead. You don't know.
Yeah, I hope not.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I'm
If
not,
it happens, it happens.
I'm not wishing death on her. I'm just saying you didn't stick around to find out. So your thought was I may have killed this woman, and your instinct was to grab her boots and fucking leave.
Fight or flight,
which is
right?
Yeah.
that's appropriate, by the way.
Fight or flight.
Especially when her probably elderly parents are inside, right?
And her kids. And
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
shit.
Kids
So,
were
you know,
inside.
yeah.
God
So-
damn it!
I
I would
would've-
going to be out in that hot tub the next day.
You should have walked in and called a family meeting, I think.
yeah, you should have.
Hey, family meeting.
Guys, you start
gather around.
ringing
Mom-
the dinner
Yeah,
bell,
dude.
and you're like, "Come downstairs. Your mom has duked the hot tub."
Yeah, Susan doesn't know how to get butt fucked. And I blame you. Point to her parents. I blame you.
this is on you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what your mom did? Because you sit down with the kids, put one up on your lap, tap it a couple times. Come on up here, Timmy. Why don't you sit down? Do you know what your disgusting mom did out in the hot tub? Shit in it, Timmy. You know how many times you've been playing in that?
So the next
goddamn
time
thing?
she
That
tells
was in
you,
Ohio, too.
the next time she
Ohio's
tells you
real
you can't
bad.
get in the hot tub, be like, well, is it because you're shitting it, mom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I didn't even know what you do for a hot tub cleanup.
Oh,
like
you
that.
got to drain that.
You have to, right?
Scoop it out. I don't think chlorine can fix that. You know what I'm saying?
You don't think so?
No, chlorine
no way,
definitely
hell.
isn't fixing that.
No, it was like soft serve ice cream at the Golden Corral. I mean, that shit was pouring out.
Damn it,
I just never
dude.
seen it explode like that. It come on out. And I'm like, what the fuck?
You must
like
have hit it, right?
No, it's a
like an
siphon.
octopus when they shoot that black ink like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Where in Ohio, by the way?
Like what address
It's
specifically?
like around it. I think it was like around the Akron area shit because I worked like I worked.
That whole town smells like rubber too.
Yeah.
I mean that. So you got that smell in the air because you were outside. I'm imagining.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So you got the rubber smell in the air of Akron, and then the dookie smell on top of it, dude. Plus you were working oil rigs back
Yeah,
then?
yeah.
All three of those scents combined in that car. God damn, dude.
Yeah, not pleasant.
No, not at all.
Not pleasant.
Not at all. And R.I.P. Because I believe she is dead.
She can't be right. We hope not.
Maybe.
We hope
Maybe.
not. You know?
Do you find it weird that like dead people still follow you on like Facebook and Instagram?
Do they?
Yeah. I looked the other day, dude. So I like to post and somebody else had tagged me in something else. So I flipped over to their feed and it, you go through and it says, oh, so-and-so and so-and-so, you guys both follow each
Follow,
other
yeah.
and everything else. It was two dead people.
Really?
Yeah.
Also,
one was a dead girl I used to date like 20 years ago.
What?
And I was like, yeah, dude. And then
From the grave? Getting likes from the grave?
It's not that. She couldn't unfriend anybody, obviously. So like, and we were still friends, and I never go through my thing to like really unfollow people. So yeah, it tripped me out, man.
That's crazy.
Like maybe 3 or 4 days.
I get
ago.
one where this chick who I knew in college died, and she gets tagged all the time. Like I guess on the anniversary of her death or her birthday, because like her sister will go and be like, visited, so and so today with the kids, and it's just her fucking tombstone.
Yeah.
And it's like fresh in my feed. It's like, so good to see you, and I was like, I don't.
Is it? Well, let me ask you: is it on the dead girl's feed or is it on the sister's feed?
It's on the dead girl's feed because she's tagging it. It comes into my news feed.
Oh fuck,
so it's
dude.
on her wall. It's on my fucking news.
It
feed.
should be against the law, dude. It should be against the law. I think that I'm the one who finally shut down Tom Petty's Twitter. I'm almost positive at this point because whoever took over after he fucking died just posted all the time. And the one that got me, where I was finally like, enough of this, was another famous musician. I was like, oh man. But the way it was written, the tweet was written, it was a picture of Tom Petty and like David Bowie or whoever the fuck it was, right? And it said, man, I miss the times we used to hang out in Laurel Canyon together, playing guitar and laughing and writing songs. And it was written in the first person like he was still alive. And I finally just replied underneath it. I was like,
let it go.
No. I go, well, Tom, there's no real need to wish him RIP on Twitter. You could just tell him in person because you're both fucking dead now.
Yeah.
And the whole internet was like laughing and everything else,
Yeah.
and it was hilarious. But whoever's running that account, it is so dark to write in the first person from a dead person's account.
Yeah, that's
Don't
weird.
do it.
Don't.
I would only be super critical of people.
You would?
Not like posting nostalgic shit. Like Tom Petty's like, I really don't like.
So great. Like if Pee Wee died and he just wrote on there, it was like, man, that fucker, I'd never forget him jacking off in that theater, dude.
From
and it's
the grave.
from Tom Petty.
From the grave, dude.
It just says, sincerely, Tom, at the end of the post. Pull it up, Bob. Pull up Twitter, Tom Petty. See if somebody's still running that account like he's still alive. Because I think I broke him, whoever it was behind the scenes. And I always picture it to be like a wife or a family member who's still trying to get residuals off the music or something.
They posted an hour ago.
Shut up. All right, read it off.
They're also paying for Twitter. So Tom Petty's estate is paying for Twitter Blue.
So dark. Can you read it to me?
Yeah, no, it's not first person, unfortunately. It says Tom sings an original, quote, I'm stupid while on the road, originally featured in the 1983 doc Heartbreakers Beach Party, narrated by Cameron Crowe.
All right, go down the list there. Was there any first person tweets still? Because maybe I've ended that, I hope. Because that shit just creeps me the fuck out.
I don't think so.
Is that a dead guy? Who's in that photo?
This one's kind of first person. Remembering Peter Bogdanovich, dear friend and director of Running Down a Dream. So he's kind of saying
He's dead. Yeah, you're thinking about your fucking dead buddy, and you're dead, Tom. No need for this fucking bullshit. It should be against the law. But when you sign up for Facebook and Instagram now, I don't know if you notice, there is a thing in the back where you can bequeath your feed. Yeah, bequeath. Leave it to a friend or family member. And have them run
like
the
a
accounts.
beneficiary of your like estate of your Facebook.
Yes, of your social
where
media.
Are we at in life?
That's where we're at, dude. That's where we're at. So when that popped up the other day of like, hey Ross, anybody you'd like to leave this Facebook page to? No.
I think I'm going to leave mine to Al Qaeda.
And let's just let them run wild with it.
Why not? I mean, we gave the Taliban all those weapons. Why can't I give them my social media accounts?
Oh my Lord. Dude, can we talk? There is one thing I want. If I don't want to take it, but
Fire away.
There's one thing I do want to talk about
because
I want to get his take on it because I actually like his intellect on. Look, why are they telling us about aliens right now? We already knew they exist. But why are they telling us right now?
It's just magician's patter, right? You're jingling keys over here so nobody notices that you're fucking pulling.
But what do you think they're doing?
Well, I mean, the Biden family has been selling access to the White House for a long time. That's part of it. But I think even that is kind of too narrowly focused. It's like, think of the entire, not just in the West or not just in America, but the global aristocratic class, right? Every now and again, I think they realize they have to sacrifice something, some personality, some politician, some business person to the mob to make the mob feel like they got some justice. But in the background, they have all 8 billion of us bent over, drilling our assholes relentlessly 24 hours a day.
Okay. Because I went down a rabbit hole the other night and like stayed up like 5 in the morning just looking at videos and shit. But in like the late 80s, Ronald Reagan talked about like there'll come a time when like they'll script or stage and let us know the aliens are real so that they put it in our minds as real, and then there's an invasion and we have to like fight an intergalactic race and we have like a one world government. So they put it out there so that we know it's real. So if they, I mean, dude, they're like CERN and all that shit. Like there's a lot of like, I don't know. I just thought I'd get your take on it. I'm hungover as shit, but I just want to.
Same, dude. I couldn't figure it out because did you watch that guy's testimony last week for the UFO?
No,
shit?
I don't pay any attention to any of those
He
people.
was very smart, and he didn't seem like a kook. Did you watch it? The clips?
Yeah.
It was like, God damn, and you want to believe, and then the way that people were talking to him, like the congressman, like AOC and the rest of those guys.
Well, they were drilled with questions, like fed questions, like with like experts on like UFOs and UFAs and shit like that. Because their questions were very direct and kind of, but he skated around them, but still kind of gave you some insight. It was, I don't know, it was just why now?
It
you know?
seemed real.
I believe it was. I mean, fuck. But I mean, it's just why now? We already kind of knew.
Yeah, here's your answer, right? Because it's external to the process. It's on the periphery. And here's how you know that what I'm saying is true. The Biden administration reclassified the JFK documents.
I did see that.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it isn't that we're in this period where people are just hammering the federal government and making like the whistleblower era, as it were, as some people like to call it. We're not that's not reality. It is a curated list of whistleblowers that are allowed to get in front of that fucking mic.
Yeah, it's all by design. Is what you're saying.
Okay. And that like that part of it, I would believe as well. With everything that's going on right now, it was a perfect day to have all that shit. Because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Dan, the day that he testified, it was when Hunter Biden was getting arraigned.
Yeah, it was.
So that ate up all the media for the day. And then, truthfully, I think he stopped testifying, and the Hunter Biden case collapsed. And then it was right at the end of the day, and then the Hunter Biden thing took off, because it was supposed to be a plea deal, and then it didn't end up happening. And it was like, oh shit, now this is going to trial. And so it almost backfired in a way, but. For most of the day, all the coverage on social media was UFOs.
Yeah, but I think even that is a canard. I mean, it is not having the intended effect. I don't think. I don't run into people who are like, man, did you hear that shit about aliens? I'm hearing that from nobody except for a handful of people who are super into like space and physics and shit. They were interested because they like the subject matter. But the broader population, people who follow politics that I know and shit, not one of them gives a fuck about any of this stuff. So it's not having the intended effect, which means there will be something in addition to that coming soon, right?
And that's what. But I'll say this: it worked on me because on this show for years and years, I've said the same thing. I think they found spacecraft that landed, and they're trying to reverse engineer it, but it's just so far ahead of it. And that's identical to what he said there. So then as soon as I heard that, I was like, I'm into this. Yeah. And then I started watching more.
Yeah. Well, shit, the past 70 years, innovation in like technology and shit has been more innovative in the past 70 years than it has in all of recorded human history. I'm sure the Sumerian tablets suggest other things, but like it's just we've known. We've known it's like we can tell, but I just thought it was weird. Now they're going to tell us.
That happens though because creativity, particularly in tech, is exponential, right? There's Moore's law. Moore's law says that every 18 months, the relative size of hard drive storage decreases by half, right? So if it took, if 18 months ago we were able to put a terabyte on something the size of a quarter, like a $quarter coin. Today we would be able to put 2 terabytes on that same amount of space, right? That's Moore's law. So it's exponential because you think about folding a piece of paper. Like you fold it and that's 2, and then you fold it again and that's 4, right? It's just that's exponential. I got you, literally. So it does happen like that. I'm just saying.
And there was an article in the Wall Street Journal that I read this morning about this, and it was what UFOs say about the populist movement and everything that's going on, and why people are more accepting of it now. And maybe not fear it and all this other shit. And a lot of people said it started during COVID because they were trapped inside and then they wanted to see something or hope to see something in the sky. And that
they're looking.
Right. The other part of it said that UFOs are kind of like a story that we use to explain the universe to ourselves. And that part also made sense to me where I was just like, all right, with all the other planets and everything else that's out there, I would feel better about it at least, rather than just assume that Earth is, that we're just here. And so it did make sense. However, the timing of this particular hearing was very, very curious. So I kind of side with Dan on this one. Although the guy was smart, and I forget who was sitting behind him to his back left, but it was a guy who's been on Rogan a bunch of times and all the shit he's been talking about. UFOs. And he kept nodding throughout the entire thing of like, see, I'm not fucking crazy.
Who, Bob Lazard, maybe?
No, it wasn't Bob Lazard. It was the other guy with the glasses. He's on the History Channel. Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I forget his name.
And he was right behind Homeboy throughout that entire
And he's
hearing.
the one that gave a lot of the questions to the Congress people to filtrate in.
Oh, no shit.
They sat down and had like meetings with him. Yeah, he talked about it. I saw it on his channel.
Oh, fuck, dude. Okay. But yeah, whatever it was, it worked on me until the end of the day.
Yeah.
I watched it.
I just thought it was curious. I was just curious about it.
For sure. And I also want to believe. That's the other part about this. Like,
sure.
And I know we'd said this on the show a couple weeks ago. Rogan had a post of like, God, I want to believe all this is true. Same here. So I will kind of suspend reality for a little bit and be like, well, maybe, maybe they're here.
It gotta be, right?
Because we just want to clap some alien cheeks at the end of the day and see what that's like. I think that would be fun.
Maybe that's why that pH is off. You know what I'm saying? It's out of this world.
I'll tell you who it is after the show. Now it's time for the Drinkin' Bro of the Week. Who do we got back here today, listener-wise? Are they still here?
Yeah, they're here, but I don't know if they want to come up.
Okay.
I think all these people have been on the show before.
They've been up? Have you been up?
Yeah.
Have you been on the show? Yeah. He has? Okay, perfect. It's a little dark, so it's tough to see all the way back there before. I see a lot of beards and smiles, and that's it, but that's our whole audience. So it's like, all right, great. It's beards and smiles. I'll give it to Buck Electric. I know he doesn't want to come up, but I'll shout out his company. I got this dope-ass hat here. Drinkin' Bro listener, building a company from scratch, getting a bunch of employees, working hard, doing their fucking best. We will always shout out the hard workers here because there isn't a lot in Austin. There's not a lot in Texas, to be honest with you. So, or it could be just here, but we'll always shout them out. I appreciate the hat and the love earlier. So, cheers to you. Cheers to Buck Electric. Congratulations on your company, dude. Blowing up. Good for you guys, dude. We hope everybody in our audience ends up rich at the end of the day. God damn it. So cheers to you guys. As always, go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review, and then head on over to Spotify. It's just a 5-star, and you can walk away from that. I will say this. Spotify called. We did take a call with Spotify yesterday, and they said, hey, dude, you guys have a big audience, and they're starting to rate the show and all this shit. It matters. So they're like, hey, great, we'll give you more exposure somewhere else and everything else. So please do it. I know it's a fucking pain in the ass. I hate leaving reviews. I hate getting fucking emails as soon as I walk out of a place to leave a review. But it actually does help the show, so we're super grateful for it. So cheers. Thanks for tuning in, kids. We'll see you tomorrow. For D'Anthony Holloway, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Drinkin' Bros podcast. Good night, everyone.